Hi, I'm Srush Mehinosh Negzat and this is a Hey2 English channel. Today's lesson is about past simple and present perfect tense, the differences between past simple and present perfect tense. I'm going to teach you where to use present perfect and where to use past simple. Before we start the lesson, subscribe our channel and like our video. Let's start the lesson. عزیزان، امروز فرق زمان حال کامل و زمان گذشته ساده را برایتان آموزش میدهم. تا آخر ویدیو با من همراه باشید. درس خیلی مهم است. بسیاری ها در این مورد اشتباه میکنن، یعنی نمیفهمند که در کجا past simple استفاده کنند و در کجا present simple present perfect. شکلش هم میفهمند، جمله سازی کرده میدن اما مورد استفاده شان نمیفهمند. امروز این موضوع را براتان حل میسازم. Let's start. We use past simple for actions happened at a stated time in the past. For example, he sold his car 2 weeks ago. When the time is stated 2 weeks ago. Or I met my friend yesterday. When? Yesterday. The action happened at a stated time in the past. خب زمان گذشته ساده را برای عملهای استفاده میکنیم که در گذشته در یک وقت معین اتفاق افتاده باشه. مثلا او موتر خود 2 هفته پیش فروخت. اون تایمش است، دقیقش. We use past simple for the actions happened at a stated time in the past. But we use present perfect things for actions which happened at unstated time in the past. For example, he has sold his car. When? The time is not clear. Or I have seen my friends. I have seen my friends. When? The time is not exact. When we want to talk about the exact time, so we use from past simple. زمان حال کامل برای عملهای استفاده میکنیم که در وقت نامعین در گذشته اتفاق میفته، یعنی وقتش دقیق نیست. He has sold his car. موتر خود فروخت. چی وقت فروخت؟ وقتش نامعین است. وقت دقیق استفاده کنیم، باز از زمان گذشته ساده استفاده میکنیم. We use past simple to express a past habit or a state. For example, when he was young, he lived in a small flat. When he was young, I explained his past state when he was young. He lived in a small flat, past habit. Or he used to drink coffee for breakfast. He used to drink coffee for breakfast. I explained his past habit by past simple. خب زمان گذشته ساده را برای بیان عادت‌ها و حالت‌های گذشته استفاده می‌کنیم. مثلا when he was young، وقتی جوان بود. ببین حالتش با was بیان کردم. He lived in a small flat. او در یک آپارتمان کوچک زندگی میکرد. اینجا عادتش با چی بیان کردم؟ با کلمه با زمان گذشته ساده. یا مثلا he used to drink coffee for breakfast. او قهوه می نوشید برای صبحانه اما حالا نمی نوشه. عادت گذشتهش با زمان گذشته ساده بیان کردم. But we use present perfect tense to express actions which have finished so recently that there is evidence in the present. We use present perfect tense for the actions which happened in the past, but there is a result in the present. For example, he has just painted the house. So what is the evidence? The paint is wet. Or the taxi has just arrived. Where was the evidence? The taxi is right there. Or the taxi hasn't arrived yet. What's the evidence? We're waiting for it right now. Or we can say that I have already had lunch. I have already had lunch. The evidence is I am full right now. خب زمان حال کامل برای بیان عمل‌های استفاده می‌کنیم که در گذشته نزدیک یا اخیراً اتفاق افتاده اما نتیجهش در حال می‌بینیم ما. مثلا He has just painted the house. همین اکنون خانه را رنگ کرده. خب نتیجه ازی چی است که رنگ چی است؟ تر است، مرطوب است. عمل در گذشته اتفاق افتیده، نتیجه ما فعلا میبینیم. Action happened in the past with the result to the present. We use past simple for past actions which happened one after the other. Actions happened one after the other. For example, she put on her coat, took her bag, and left the house. The action happened in chronological order. خب زمان گذشته ساده را استفاده میکنیم برای بیان عملهایی که یکی پس دیگر اتفاق افتیده در گذشته. مثلا She put on her coat. کورتی خود پوشید. Took her bag. بایک خود گرفت. And left the house. خانه را ترک گفت. The action happened one after the other in chronological order. عمل در چی شد؟ در ترتیب روایت تاریخی شامل یکی پس دیگر اتفاق افتاد. But we use present perfect tense to talk about experiences of life. When you want to talk about experiences, we use from present perfect tense. For example, I have been to the US, where I have met a lot of famous people. Or I have watched this movie several times. زمان حال کامل برای بیان تجربیات زندگی بیان میشه. یک وقت در زندگی آن چی شده؟ اتفاق افتاده اون عمل ها. مثلا I've been to the US. من در US یا ایالات متحده بودم. یک وقت در زندگیم بودیم. یک تجربه خود بیان کردم. فعلا نیستم. عمل در گذشته اتفاق افتاده. اما فقط چی است؟ اما آثارش فعلا هم احساس میشه. I have been to the US. آثارش چی است؟ که تا هنوز منو خاطرات و یادهای زوجه را به یاد دارم. We use past simple for the actions happened in the past and cannot be repeated. For example, she wrote 2 books. She cannot write books anymore. Why? Because she's died. Or I once spoke to her. I once spoke to her. I cannot speak to her anymore. Why? Because she's died. For the people who died, we use past simple because their action cannot be repeated anymore. خب زمان گذشته ساده را بر عمل‌های استفاده می‌کنیم که در گذشته رخ داده و دیگر تکرار نمیشه. یعنی که بیشتر برای کسایی استفاده میشه که مردن، از دنیا رفتن. She wrote 2 books. 2 کتاب نوشته. عملش دیگر تکرار نمیشه. چرا؟ چون که مرده. یا اینکه I once spoke to her. یک بار همراهش صحبت کردیم. دیگه نمیزنم همراهش گپ. چرا؟ این کار نمیشه و فوت شده. But we use present perfect tense for actions started in the past and still continues. For example, I have lived here for 2 years. I have lived here for 2 years. Or he has worked as a teacher since 2019. خب زمان حال کامل بر عمل‌های استفاده میکنیم که در گذشته اتفاق افتاده و تا حال ادامه داره. مثلا I have lived here for 2 years. 2 سال میشه که اینجا زندگی میکنم. I still live here. و هنوزم زندگی میکنم. یا اینکه he has worked as a teacher since 2019. از سال 2019 تا اکنون به حیث استاد کار میکنم و فعلا هم کار میکنم. I lived in Australia for 2 years or for 1 year. It means that I don't live in Australia anymore. When the action cannot be repeated or when the action is finished, we use from past simple. When the action continues, we use from present perfect tense. And also we use present perfect tense for actions happened in the past and maybe repeated. For example, John has written 5 books. It means that John is still alive. When John dies, we cannot use present perfect tense for him. Why? Because his action cannot be repeated. But right now, his action maybe continue. Why? Because he is alive. When he is alive, he will write more books. زمان حال کامل بر عمل‌های استفاده میکنیم که در گذشته اتفاق افتاده و شاید تکرار شد. مثلا جان 5 کتاب نوشته، عملش تکرار میشه، او زنده است و همیشه که دیگر کتاب هم نوشته بکنه. Okay, dear friends, it was the differences between past simple and present perfect tense. I hope you learned and understood. For more videos, follow Ahead to English channel. عزیزان گرامی، امیدوار هستم که درس را یاد گرفته باشین. برای ویدیوهای بیشتر کانال Ahead to English را تعقیب بکنید و ویدیوهای ما را همچنان لایک بکنید. تا دیدار بعدی، خدا نگهدار. Bye, have a nice time.